How much further can Bitcoin go? How much further can Litecoin go? Are we going to reach new highs in this bull run? Stay tuned. I'll tell you in a minute. To add on to the last video I just did about where we're going in the market right now, I'm going to talk about how high can Bitcoin go in the near term, and are we going to hit new highs in Bitcoin? The answer is right now on a daily basis, even though we're knocking on the door of 10,000, we are not by a long shot seriously overbought. You can hang out in this topside region for a long time, days up to a week or more. Now, it will eventually build into a reversal, but not now. We are just now getting into the positive side of CCI. EFI has just burst into the positive. I see more upward momentum rather than less. Beautiful. Let's check on the weekly basis. Weekly basis is even better. We are now rounding out for a strong reversal. Same here with EFI, and we've just shown major reversal sign. As I said, we potentially are up in the 14, 15 area in the next couple of weeks. I could absolutely see that. It could even happen sooner. As far as cresting new highs, I would say not particularly likely immediately, but, and there's a big but with this, I think what we're beginning to see is not necessarily all the new money coming in, but people going back to BTC to a certain extent that are already in the market. So if we get more money in, which I think is going to happen around March, not in February, but around March, new money flowing in from hedge funds and things along those lines, which is becoming possible because of an issue that's being solved with what are essentially guardians or notaries that can hold the funds, and that's required by hedge funds. Once that's solved, which I think will be March and maybe even a little bit in April, but in March, then the roof blows off the top. We could blow through this. At this point, I would say we could probably get as high as 16, 18. I don't quite see surpassing 20 right now. That's what I'm saying, right now. And I have to analyze it a little bit later, but hey, the move up to 14, 15, as I said in the other video, which looks like it's coming true already, is a beautiful move. Now let's check how BTC is doing relative to, LTC is doing relative to BTC. On a weekly basis, we're not fully toppy yet, but we're beginning to get in the range where we might have a little bit of a breather. However, yeah, I would definitely say that's the case. We are actually losing a little bit of selling momentum, buying momentum, although we're not really dramatically overbought at all in the stochastics. We're in the range. So I'd still say we still have some room to go. That's on LTC versus BTC. Now let's see about LTC versus USD, because it definitely trades directly to USD, and it's worth looking at. On the US dollar basis, we have a long way to go. In fact, we're in a big reversal on the US dollar basis. So, I mean, we could, like as I said before, $300 easy. On a BTC basis, there may be a little bit of a cat and mouse game. So that's the big picture right now. I'm looking at BTC continuing, LTC continuing, especially against the US dollar. Beautiful uptrend that could take BTC into the 300 range. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute based on what I'm seeing with these indicators. And LTC take it into 300 range, and BTC could, I earlier said 14, 15. It looks like it might even have potential to go slightly higher. So this is all fantastic news. Now, what does it mean for you? If you're trading, if you're holding, you might want to get into those positions relatively quickly before we get that huge bounce, if you're going to be holding. If you're already holding your other positions, hopefully we're going to rescue you. But I would suggest that you want to make sure your particular project is outperforming the general BTC trend. Because if BTC rises 10%, everything else is essentially rising 10%, just by default. You want to make sure your project is rising 12, 14, 15, 16. That way you can eventually catch up to where you're going. If you're in a project that is underperforming when the market is rising, that's a big signal. Tells you, maybe there's a reason I can allocate, maybe there's a reason to allocate somewhere else. So what you want to do also is go to coinpicker.us. Here, I show it all the time. Coinpicker.us. Go ahead and click on the top button right here. Subscribe to my emails newsletter, and you'll be getting much more detailed reports. Also, the premium analysis section, which is almost done, and I'll be showing it, revealing it this week for those of you, which gives you an indicator nobody else in the market has, and will allow you to trade in and out if you wish, or know when you're about to take a shellacking if you want to hold on. So this is coinpicker.us, and I will talk to you tomorrow.